Hi everyone, I'm back to somewhat regular programming now. I'm at the end of my thesis journey and I thought I'd get back into video blogging slash chatting slash ranting because I've actually missed it. I haven't done it for quite a while and I feel like there's lots that I want to say but not the right medium to say it in unless I'm filming myself doing it, which is very narcissistic, I know, but it works. A lot has changed since we've last spoken. Well, not since we last, but I've put little videos in between my regular programming to keep you up to date, but this is a real video. Biggest change probably has been the fact that a male on this planet has, I don't know how or why, has agreed to let me call him my boyfriend. This is a very strange occurrence in the land of fear blindness, as this has never happened before, as discussed previously. And this video isn't about talking about that per se. It's more so talking about the, I guess the interaction that my MD has with it. Because it was a major factor when it came to not having boyfriends and now having a boyfriend but having to deal with the MD related things that go along with that. So this isn't me bragging about finding a male partner, which many people find. It's more so me discussing the impact that my MD has on it for people who are interested in that, because I know that I would have liked to have seen a video like this when I was diagnosed with my MD, or a bit older even, in my late teens, to see that you're not going to be a crazy cat lady forever alone. I might be. I might just choose to be that. I had been on an online dating website for quite a while. I had a profile on there mainly just to talk to different people that I normally wouldn't get to interact with in everyday life. I hardly ever met up with or dated any of them. In fact, there are only like 2 or 3 out of hundreds of messages. And I'm not saying hundreds in terms of I was so popular, just in terms of how long I was on there, and the fact that women tend to get more messages than men, which is just how it works, which I don't know why. Anyway, that's not the point. So we met on there and we actually bonded through our mutual love and, I could say, obsession with the Ricky Gervais podcasts, if you're familiar with him, Stephen Merchant and the wonderful Carl Pilkington. So that's how we started talking, and then we got to know each other and blah blah blah, met up, and the rest is history. Now we're together for, I think it's 3 or 4 months. I'm not very good with dates and anniversaries, but you get the idea. Anyway, I put in my profile that I was in a wheelchair because I didn't want to be, I guess, lying to people. I didn't want them to talk to me assuming that I was normal, and then eventually find out that I wasn't and feel betrayed, because that had happened before and it wasn't a very nice experience for me, especially when they started to abuse me for it. But put it out there. He said he was fine with it. I didn't believe him because I didn't believe anyone who said that to me. But it was strange to put it out there as part of me on my profile, because it is a massive part of me. It dictates pretty much everything I can and can't do in life. But it doesn't really have anything to do with my personality or who I am as a person, obviously, because I have a personality separate to my muscles deteriorating. I'd been on there for a while, so I'd pretty much given up on finding anyone. Not that I was particularly on there to find a significant other, but he kind of came along and we got along really well, and it just kind of rolled from there. But the biggest problems I had wasn't personality-wise with me. I'm quite happy with who I am as a person and my sense of humour and intellect and all that. Not to sound arrogant, but I guess that's just the case. The thing that really worried me was my MD and what he'd think, which I think is a pretty sane thing to worry about, because not many people are faced with the idea that their girlfriend or boyfriend has a lifelong debilitating muscle deteriorating disease. I don't think that pops up in a lot of conversations with partners. So I was worried what he would think about it and how he would cope. As it happens, he's turned out to be brilliant. Fantastic with it, says it doesn't bother him, and I kind of believe him now. It took me a long time to get over my fear of him lying to me, not because he's a bad person, because I didn't trust the fact that someone would not be bothered by something this big in a potential partner. Down the line, who knows, it might come to be too much for him, and I completely understand. It will be upsetting, but understandable. But for now, he's completely fine with it. It was all kind of in my head, and still is. I still worry a lot about it. I suppose you could really apply that to any situation with being with someone that you want to impress or you want them to like you, whether it's a physical or mental condition. You don't want them to not like you or not be with you for that one aspect of you when there are so many other aspects to you that are pretty cool. Well, hopefully I'm pretty cool in some aspects. It was very, very difficult to get over that, and I'm not over it yet. It's all in my head. He's done nothing wrong. He's been fantastic. It's just a really weird feeling. For 21 years and 6 months, I had felt that I wasn't good enough for someone, that they'd never want to be with me, let alone be seen with me in public. Who would want to be with the cripple? Like, my thinking was always, who would want to be with a cripple when there are so many other non-cripples out there that are probably just as cool with personality and intellect and all that, but can walk around or jump or swim or do all the things that normal people can do? Why would you choose me over them? I don't know why he's chosen me. You'll have to ask him. I think he's mad, personally. I wouldn't choose me. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't choose me. Only because I know how difficult it is to have MD and to be with someone who has MD. But yeah, it's been a really interesting and eye-opening experience. A good one. Quite a stressful one on my side, just getting over all these fears that I have accumulated over the years. But good nonetheless. And I figure even if this relationship doesn't work out, not that I'm saying it won't, but you always have to think about that kind of thing, I would have learnt a really great lesson in, it's going to sound really cheesy, but accepting myself and believing that I'm somewhat good enough. I still don't believe that I am, and I know a lot of people don't, and they don't have to have MD to think that. The MD is just a major part of why I think that. So yeah, it's been a very interesting few months. If you'd told me 6 months ago that you would have a awesome boyfriend by this time, by the time you turned 22, which was a few days ago, whoop whoop, I would have told you were crazy. And yes, definitely crazy, because I did not see this happening, which is a nice thing, kind of. It crept up on me, and it was a surprise, and it was fun. It still is fun. And yeah, I'm very, very happy, which is not rare for me, but it's nice to be happy. So, tell me about some of your relationship-y worries. What did you think about when you were going to a new relationship? What were you worried about that the other person would not accept about you or not like about you? But it turned out to be really fun, and the other person was awesome, and you shouldn't have worried all along. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Hopefully I will be vlogging more. If you'd like me to talk about anything in particular, you can tell me, leave it in a comment, inbox me. I've got my Facebook page, Fear Blindness. I've got my Twitter, Fear Blindness. Everything's just Fear Blindness. If you just Google Fear Blindness, you will find me, obviously. So it's very good to be back, and I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you next time.